Welcome. It's the Matic. It's the illest blurred in the land. Welcome back to Ill Blur Matic. Welcome back, legends. It is the hardest working blur on YouTube. Let's get into today's new video. And today's new video is something different from the type of videos that I've been doing. So let's get into it. Bruce Timm prefers the Batman animated series over the Superman animated series, and why? So, for people that don't know who Bruce Timm is, let me give you a brief introduction on who he is. Bruce Timm is the pretty much artist, also an animator, known for the Batman animated series, the most highly successful cartoon show that came out. Also the Superman animated series, Justice League, also Batman Beyond. So he is pretty much someone that you probably have seen some of his shows, even the Zeta Project, and I want to say Static Shock as well. But let's get into why he said these things. So the first thing I want you guys to know is why Batman probably was more for him than the Superman animated series. So Bruce Timm said it was easier to do more with Batman. They were able to modernize the characters, and that worked in a way where viewers, younger audience, kids that were viewing the show during this era, were able to relate to Batman. It wasn't like the old Batman that, you know, from the comics and stuff. So that may have been an easier process to translate into an animated cartoon show for kids. And that's smart. You know what I'm saying? Knowing that the audience and maybe just modernizing the character a bit didn't hurt it. You know what I'm saying? It didn't hurt it at all, because this is something that made this show successful. Because Ill Blur Matic gonna point it out to you guys right now. This is a blur fact. Batman animated series was the most successful DC show that came out. All right, there's no denying it now. All right, now let's talk about why he picked Batman over Superman, because we all know that Bruce Timm has some favoritism towards Batman. I'm not gonna lie, definitely can understand why. That's probably his favorite project that he worked on during that time. But with the Superman animated show, it was harder, and why it probably was a challenge. So the reason why he said this Superman animated series was probably a challenge, and why he picked the Batman animated series over it, was because it was harder to make Superman more relatable, like modernizing the character and not deviating from the original character story. You know what? I agree with Bruce Timm somewhat, because everyone doesn't come from a small town. You know what I'm saying? Every kid's parents are not farmers. So I think if they were able to like flip it and like give like Clark Kent / Superman a different type of setting, as a young man and also an older Superman, maybe this could have been more relatable for kids to watch this type of show. Not to say that I didn't enjoy the Superman anime series, but I also felt like Batman just was more modernized, you know, when it came down to it. And maybe that was a bit of a challenge for Bruce Timm. The other thing he tried was trying to keep certain elements to Superman's character for the series, and maybe that didn't necessarily work. You know what I'm saying? So him making the effort, respect to Bruce Timm for doing that, because I get that being an animator has its challenges, has its pros and cons, and an artist. And maybe it just didn't do well when it came down to the overall success of the Superman animated series, because Batman was the show that was the huger success, when it came down to animated shows for DC. Now, let me just say this. Due to Batman's success, spawned a lot of other DC shows that came out. The Zeta Project, Batman Beyond, like I said before, Superman animated series, Justice League, Static Shock. So, if it wasn't for the Batman animated series, a lot of these shows probably wouldn't have came out. All right? There's no denying it. There's no denying it. But it happens. You know what I'm saying? Some shows, they make the superhero more relatable for viewers to actually have some type of relatability. Is that even a word? I'm making up words, y'all. I don't know if that's a real word. And maybe that's what worked. Batman probably, this is why he became this popular character. Not to say that Superman's not a popular superhero, because Superman is a popular superhero, but maybe this is what people enjoyed more out of. But this is your boy Blurmatic, guys. You tell me in the comments. Do you think that Batman was a better anime series over the Superman anime series? And my next question for you guys, which show was your favorite show growing up out of the Bruce Timm projects? Like I said, it could be the Batman anime series, Superman anime series, Justice League anime series, Batman Beyond, Static Shock, or the Zeta Project, guys. It is a blur living in the world, guys. Thank you so much for commenting, liking, subscribing, and also sharing the video, guys. And I am out.